Howdy, Texas Pelicans, and welcome to our channel today. We're going to be talking about how this will be a pretty short video, how to bring GIS background data into your HEC-RAS model. This is really useful if you're working on a proposed design and need to see the design elements of your roadway or bridges spatially oriented correctly into RASMAPPER. So let's go ahead and get started today. I will share my screen. And we're going to start out showing a little bit of what you need. This is just one way to produce it. Let's start out in your DGN. We're in an Open Roads DGN file. And so generally in Texas projects, we're going to be working in our design in the surface coordinates, whereas everything within that you get for a RAS as far as your raster data that's available online. And really the easiest way to work in HEC-RAS is to keep that that data in grid and then translate your design data from surface coordinates into grid coordinates as you need it. So the first thing I'm going to do is get the latest data. What has changed on our project example is you can see from the wall plot, this bridge right here used to go way out here. That's what I currently have in our HEC-RAS file as a base map in the background data. And they've shortened it up here. So I'd like to get that new data into my model just so I can visually see it. And so what we do is I've got a DGN file that is set up. It's got the coordinate system assigned. This project, we're working in NAT 83, Texas North Central. So we've got that set up and assigned. And what we do, since everything design-wise is in surface coordinates, I've referenced in the file I want to turn into a shapefile. And right now it is in grid coordinates. So we're going to apply the scale factor. I think it goes here. It's 1.0012 for this project. When we do that, now everything lines up. I'm going to turn that off. If you see, I have the old data right now in my file, which I want to get rid of and replace it with the new stuff. So I'm going to, and when you're in grid coordinates, another thing that happens is if you've got the coordinate system assigned in your file, you should be able to turn on these background maps, and they work. They don't always line up when we're doing actual design because we're in surface coordinates, but when we have a grid file, everything should line up with what is on the background maps here. So let me go ahead and just grab and delete all the stuff I will be replacing. Really, I'm just going to be replacing this stuff here. So let's go ahead and delete that. Then I'm going to go back to my references and turn that back on. What I'm wanting to bring in the model is these bridge shapes. So I'm going to copy these. And if I wanted to bring everything in, I could copy the whole thing, but I really want the bridges to stand out when I'm in this HEC-RAS model. So I'm going to bring this stuff, copy it into the file. Now let's turn off the reference. There it is. And let's go ahead. And I'm going to detach that. And I'm going to check my file in on ProjectWise. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to sign in. I need to be logged into the VPN for the next part of the task. There we go, that should be checked in. Now I'm going to export this file to somewhere on my local drive. Oh, I forgot to prove that. And Authenticator. Oh, come on. 30 Nazis out there. There we go. And I'm going to export this somewhere. Go here. GIS Pro. Go to give it something that makes more sense. SL 390 D2 base files. And now I'm going to get into GIS Pro. GIS Pro, open this up. There are other ways to create shapefiles, but the most important thing is you create something that is georeferenced properly. And so I have this GIS file started. This should be good enough to open up and go with. Let's open up the ARC catalog here. Which we have right here, and go to folders. And I'm gonna browse to what I want. See GIS Pro, CGN base files. Double click, this is the file. Let's see if it's finished exporting. It is still working on it, so we need to wait a little bit. If this had a pause button, I would do it, but I don't think that's an option, so I'm sorry for the wait. But I think it's useful to at least give one way of creating these shape files. So maybe this will help someone out. But if you know this part, you can skip ahead and then see the part where we bring it into HEC-RAS. Finish. So that is done. So let's go into GIS Pro. We're going to double click on this. I want the polygon shape is what I'm most interested. Right click, add to current map. And while that's going, if I click on the map, turn everything off. And here's our polygon group. So that doesn't show up anywhere because it doesn't know where it's located. So I need to project it. And to do that, I'm going to go to define projection. You may have to enter that in. I've used it recently, so it is up here. So I'm going to define projection. I'm going to put in the polygon here. Usually not the group, but the polygon itself, I think is what I need to do. And I'm going to assign it the same thing as this 8 Mile Bridges Ultimate, which should have the NAT83 state plane that I want. If you were in an empty GIS file, you just need to navigate to the use this and navigate to the coordinate system that you want it to be in. So I'm going to go ahead and click run. And now it's been redefined. So with that, it should pop in here. Okay, there we see it right there. It's just hard to see. But it's come in and you can see it's now all the links are lining up. Before, the old stuff had it going all the way up here. The last thing I want to do to make it usable for HEC-RAS is to take this polygon layer here, and I'm gonna re-export it to a shapefile. So to do that, I'm gonna go feature class to shapefile. The conversion tools. Input features. I'm going to take this polygon. This one. And I'm going to put it, give it an output folder. For this, I'm going to navigate to where my HEC-RAS models are. So 390 shape files. And I'm going to call it the 8 Mile Bridges Ultimate. We'll say update. I think I was supposed to just the input features. I want the output folder to be this. I was doing something wrong there. I was trying, I clicked on the input features, I believe. So 6.3, I want the output folder to be here. Got that, input features. It's not gonna let me rename it, so that's okay though. We don't need that. We'll go ahead. If I wanted to rename it, I think I would have to export to a feature class first, to another feature class and somewhere else and give it a new name and then export to a shapefile. But I'll go ahead and run it to see if this works. And it says that has completed. So now the final step is we go into our HEC-RAS model in RASMAPPER. You see here we have we have these bridges in there. We have the longer version. We're trying to get the update for that. Let me turn off. So we got this one. So what you do is go to map layers, go to reference layers, add a reference layer. And we want to add in, and this is the one we just created. And let that go, and now it is updated. I'm not sure if it might let me give it a name from here. Let me see. Rename layer, yeah, let you rename it from here. So I want this to be 8 Mile Bridges Ultimates dated. Put the date 10/11. And this is useful because I will want to add in my 1D, 2D connections. This is an unsteady model, but it could be useful in it's a 2D model. It could be useful in 1D as well, but this will help me to establish the limits of where I need a 1D to 2D connection for these ultimate bridges and get going on that in the next steps. So anyway, that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe to the Texas Pelicans channel. Thanks and have a good day.